I am bored. No, not really. So I will be talking about unfair stories, unfair experiences I've had in my life. These are just random ones, not serious. So, where do I begin? This is only a few, but number one. When? Oh yes, when I was like 5 years old, I was in this church choir. Well, not a church choir. The junior classes had to do this choir thingy, and because we had church classes and stuff, like a mini school, church Sunday school. Anyways, so if you don't know, I love music and I like to sing, and I used to sing all the time when I was a child. Yes, and I was singing loudly, yes, and confidently. And then the teachers were like, "Come on, guys, some of you aren't singing loudly enough." And they came over to my side and they were like, "Why aren't any of you singing? See, look at this girl." And he pointed to the other side of the room. And he was like, "See, this girl's singing pretty loud and confidently. Yeah, sing again for us. Yeah, very good." And because of that, I didn't want to sing as confidently anymore. Because I was singing. I was one of the ones who was singing loudly, but he completely, just bypassed me. Little things like that are what made me less confident in being able to sing in public, believe it or not, you know? And also, when I was like 9 or something, I was in our school choir, and no matter the silly prankster and misbehaving child I was, I always participated in singing because I like to sing. And in our choir, we were all singing, and I was singing really confidently and into the song. Well, not like a show off, but like how you should sing in a choir. And this one girl was freaking tone deaf, and it just sounded terrible. And I was like, I kept singing, and the teacher was like, "Rose, is that you?" And I was like, "No, it's not me. It wasn't me." And he was like, Stop singing like that." And stop being silly. And I was like, "No, it wasn't me." And I kept saying it wasn't me. And he was like, "You were just like not even like his ears were like stitched up or something. Like freaking stupid boy." And everyone in my class was like, "Yeah, it's not Rose. It's Holly. It's Holly. She's the one who's not singing properly." And he was still like, "Rose, stop being silly. Stop. Holly? No, stop being silly." Like, what? Why won't you believe me, you stupid man? And also, in like year 11 maybe, or year 12 in high school, for a swimming sports day, our school's really into sports and really like a really confident, energetic bunch we were in high school, and I still am. So I fitted right in, and I kind of drove that spirit of our school even more. So I was crazy. Still am. Anyways, the louder you cheered, the more lollies you'd get. I cheered my guts out. Like I was like, I lost my throat for like the next few days after that day. I yelled so much. I was like yelling all the chants, like, how'd it go? There's a pretty girl in the pool, sha la 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 la. And I was like singing so loudly and stuff the whole day. And like at this one point, this senior girl came up to me, one of the ones throwing out the lollies, and she was like, "Come on, Rose, you're not even cheering." I was like, "Yes, I am." And she was like, and she just walked away. Like she didn't even hear me. I hate it when that happens. It's like, "You didn't do this, do it." You know, it just walks away. It's like, I just started speaking. Hello, I was cheering. I was cheering the whole time. And my voice is actually pretty loud, but I just, the reason I have this nasally tensing habit is because I learned to, like, speak more quietly, but naturally my voice is quite boomy. So I know I was, like, yelling pretty loudly in the swimming stands. I didn't even get one lolly that day, and I lost my voice for the next few days. That's how much I was cheering the entire day. That just discouraged me. It's like you just put your all into something, and and they say you didn't. So it's like, you know what? If you think I'm not gonna do it. And final one. This is from, oh, I should have done this right before, so it's in chronological order. Well, this is when I was in like year 11, so I was like 15, 16. I'm really into like participating in like school spirit, like, you know, like big group dances or like, you know, singing, all that stuff. And right before we were about to get into the practices, the seniors were like, okay, so you guys all have to put you all into this, and Rose, don't be silly and do it properly. Like, they didn't even see me try it. Like, I mean, I didn't even do anything. Like, just because I have a silly personality, they were just like assuming that I wasn't gonna try or like be silly, and like because of that, I just didn't try. Like, you know, like you shouldn't assume. Yeah. Like all the other years, I was like really into it, but that one year that was a horrible day. The seniors just kept assuming stuff before I even like showed what I could do, or whatever, you know, and like it just made me not want to do it, and then they kept telling me off because of that, and it just proved their point. But at the same time, I wasn't gonna try if you like didn't want to, like, you know, like even if I wanted to, I was too depressed. They made me depressed. Even worse than that, right before we went on stage, this girl was like, you look like shit. Yeah, you do. Like, the senior girl. And I was like, because, like, I literally didn't do anything, but I was in a bad mood because everyone, like, all the seniors were, like, telling me off that day, and she just made everything worse. So when I was on stage, I wasn't smiling or anything at all, and I didn't look up at all during the other people's performances. It was just a horrible day. And I ended up crying to my teacher at the end of the day. Funny. Oh, also, on top of that, I don't know if it was that day or the year before, but when we were all of us students were in the room, we were all like talking, blah, 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 and the teachers and seniors were like, guys, listen up! Shh, listen up! And everyone keeps speaking. And my friend next to me was particularly, like, not even listening. So I was like, Alice, be quiet. And then suddenly the teacher was like, Rose Park! And everyone was, like, went silent. And they were all, like, looking at me. And she was like, be quiet! And I was like, what? I was just telling her. And she was like, no! Listen to me! Be quiet! Like, in front of everyone. Like, and I was like, this is so annoying. Like, I literally was just telling her, shh, listen, like, shh, be quiet, you know, because I was being quiet the whole time. Oh my gosh, I hate it when these kinds of things happen. Hate it so much, mate. Hate it. You shouldn't assume things of people before actually seeing for yourself what is actually going on, you know? Anyways. Bye.